All right, guys. So welcome to our team call tonight. If you are listening to the recording, if you're on live popping in, thank you for being here. Let's see. All right, so we're going to get started and just going to go over a couple of things you need to know for this month. We talked about them last week, but 3-day refreshes, recover, they're all discounted this month. The Morning Meltdown 100 packs are discounted $20, completion or challenge. And you also, as an active coach, have 3 more promo codes for this month. So that's another $10 off. So I want you to continue to use your momentum of the launch to keep relaunching and relaunching and relaunching. And I'm going to kind of go into that in how you can keep doing that. And you can use this for obviously any program that we come out with from here on out, or any product or whatever. But I have found over the last year or so, for me, I was getting kind of burned out because I just felt like I was starting a group for a launch, putting all this work into it, and then just kind of stuck from there. Not stuck, but just going back to like a regular BOD and Shakeology challenge pack or something else, and not really like continuing on with the launch of the program, which is huge because because if you look at our volume and look at our sales and look at all the people we started with a launch, like, why not continue that launch all the way through it's released on BOD? People have FOMO and they want to be a part of what you're doing, and they'll join you even up to a week before it comes out on BOD if you make them have FOMO and you make them see that you're getting results and that your challengers are getting results and your challenge groups are the place to be and all of that jazz. So I want to just give you some tips on how to continue to launch Morning Meltdown 100 and going forward, and how you're going to do that with the running an effective challenge group. But first, before we go into that, just kind of wanted to set the tone and kind of talk to you guys about something that I've been realizing over the last few months as I've been doing more personal development on my mind work and things like that. But I'm doing a lot of training with Bob Heilig, my virtual upline, the podcast. I did a free 5-day challenge with him a couple weeks ago, and he's incredible on his podcast. So I was like, I'm going to do this 5-day challenge. And I just feel like he speaks life into me for some reason. Like his model behind network marketing is amazing. Like, I totally jive with his serving, growing, and loving. That's his serve, grow, love. I think that's his mantra in those groups and stuff like that. And I just totally jive with that. So he said something in one of our most recent trainings that was about people feeling like their circumstances are why they can't be successful in their business. So, for instance, I don't have time, or, I don't know enough people, or I don't have results yet, or I'm afraid to put myself out there, or I just keep getting no's. So all of those circumstances are things that we're just thinking of. We are just thinking those things, and those circumstances are leading us to inactions. So we're having all of those thoughts. So it's not our circumstances that are stopping us, because we do have time if we carve out the time for something that's important. Whether you scroll your social medias for an hour before bed every night, or whether you, choose to go wander the mall on a Saturday rather than work your business, or whether you choose to sleep until your alarm clock absolutely has to be shut off in the morning rather than get up and work your business. we all have time. We just have to carve it out and be conscious of it. Same thing with all the other reasons. Like, we can put them to bed. Like, it's a self-limiting belief that people don't want what we have. No, people need what we have, and we know that. So we need to stop saying people don't need this, people aren't responding, XYZ. So I want you to think about it this way, and I want you to think about it as this is the pattern of how it goes. You have thoughts, and those thoughts dictate your feelings, and your feelings dictate your actions, and your actions lead to results of your business and anything. And that formula can kind of be used for anything. So not just your business, but anything in life. So if you have a thought of, I can't break my sugar addiction, then you're going to be feeling defeated. And feeling defeated is going to cause you to just succumb to having the sugar every day. And the results are going to be that you aren't breaking your sugar addiction. So all started with your thoughts. It didn't start with you have a sugar addiction. Same thing for your business. If your thoughts are, all I keep getting are no's or ghosted, you're going to feel discouraged by that. And discouragement often leads to inaction. So no action at all, inaction. And then inaction means your business isn't growing. You're not prospecting new people. You're not offering our challenges to new people, things like that. So you're not growing. So if you start with your thoughts and you realize every day you become aware of your thoughts, then you can train your brain to rethink what you're thinking. So instead of thinking something negative, think something positive. Think, I have a gift to share with people. And whether I invite 2 people today or 25 people today, someone is going to benefit from me reaching out to them. That feeling is going to make you want to invite people. Then you're going to invite. That is the action. And the results of inviting are that people answer you. Yes, no, maybe, how much is it? What is this? XYZ. But they answer you, and you develop this conversations with people. And you can grow your groups and grow your teams. So understand that the success that you achieve in your business is in direct proportion to the amount of uncertainty that you can comfortably handle on a daily basis. So you are going to, in order to change your thoughts, you're going to have to realize that you're going to have to take responsibility. You're going to have to realize that everything up until this point, the way you're thinking and feeling and your circumstances are today, it's because of what happened before. And you have to understand that it's going to be uncomfortable to change things. But if you do change things and it's uncomfortable, that is directly related to your success. So change things. Okay, so I'm going to go into now the challenge groups and how you can continue with the momentum of Morning Meltdown 100, but then also use this kind of template to go on to all of our other launches and products. So it's really important that, in order to effectively get your customers results, is that they are prepared. Nothing is worse than just being thrown into something and having no idea what to do and just telling someone, go press play on workout 1, or just have that shake tomorrow, or, just have a scoop of Energize before you work out. Well, no, that's not going to get, eventually, yes, hopefully people will catch on. But 9 times out of 10, we're the ones who are a little bit more eager, and we have to help these people and give them the preparation, just like we all did. So preparation. If you don't have a preparation week before your challenge group starts, you're kind of setting your challengers up for like failure. Prepare to fail to plan and plan to fail, sort of thing. So prep week. If you're going to, for instance, Morning Meltdown 100 days, 60 days, whatever you choose to do, it's going to be more than 30 days. So rather than starting a whole brand new group, say September 1st, for example, or October 1st, just keep one ongoing group. Jericho has said it a million times. Everybody is going to be on a different workout day and schedule with this, just because the way people are doing them, how it's meant to get through. It's not meant for everybody to be on the same day at the same time. Now, if you are, fine and fun, but you don't have to be, and we have to make sure people know that. So therefore, an ongoing group, there's really no problem popping people in on September 1st, when you've been going since July 29th. No big deal. So, but prepare them first. Prepare those people that you're going to pop in. Prepare them with, opening their package. What exactly is in their package? What are they supposed to do with the B100 book? Like, if I didn't look at that ahead of time, I would have looked at it and been like, this seems overwhelming. Tell them it's just supposed to be like 2 or 3 pages of very simple questions that's going to take them maybe 5 minutes before they start day 1. And then every day it's just logging after their workout. That's it. It's very simple. Otherwise, it can look overwhelming. Same thing with the nutrition guide. Do a day or a video where you talk about nutrition and the guide. So talk about how the guide says, for instance, plan A, breakfast is an X, lunch is an X, dinner is an X. Those X's are just, you're picking meals from the nutrition guide and working from there. Same thing if you're in plan F and it's like 2X for breakfast, 2X for lunch, 2 super snacks, 2X for dinner. You're going to go and pick out a breakfast and make 2 servings of it. You're going to pick out 2 super snacks and have them. Explain that to people. Explain to them that that is just a very beginner way to get them acclimated to a better nutritional lifestyle. But really, we want to get them to venture into To Be Mindset or the Ultimate Portion Fix. Not to sell them another program, but to give them a way that they can sustainably eat for the rest of their life. To Be Mindset, fantastic program. People just eat. They follow those principles. They follow the way a lot. Like, it's so simple, and there's no reason that people cannot follow that on vacation, on a business trip, at home, when somebody's sick, eating out. Like, it's literally for everyone. Same thing with Ultimate Portion Fix. Like, it's been so revamped that there's no way you can't just eat like that every day. And it's not hard. It's very simple. People don't want to be going out of these, I eat this way for a couple weeks, then I go back. And then I eat this way again for a couple weeks, and then I go back. It's too hard. Give them one of those paths to follow as an option that they can learn and then adapt for the rest of their lives. So you're going to talk about nutrition one day. You're going to talk about Shakeology one day. You're going to talk about the supplements one day. You're going to talk about, what your challenge group is about, and like a getting to know them day, like a, where are you from? How many kids do you have? What's your job? What is, a dream of yours? Are you here to lose weight? Are you here to, get in a routine? Whatever. Have a day where it's all about getting to know them. So the way you can do a prep week, and what I've been doing since we launched Morning Meltdown 100, is I'm just having, like I said, an ongoing group. But I put all my prep week posts in a Google Doc, and I'm just sending that to my new people now. So I'm saying, here is your guide, here's your information about our challenge group. Like, I have a welcome email. It's very simple. Here's your information for our challenge group. Here is the prep week guide. And as soon as you go through that prep week guide, whether it's in one night or in 5 days, like a normal prep week, then hop into the group, introduce yourself, and get yourself started with day one. And we're all here for you. Okay? Save yourself time, be efficient, and don't burn yourself out by always having to like feel like you're starting from ground zero every month. Okay, so the next part of running an effective challenge group is the engagement. Like I hear from so many of you guys all the time, like, my challenge group is like a ghost town. Nobody's responding. Like nobody even likes or comments on a post. Well, are you being the challenger that you want? Like we obviously want engaged challengers. We want people answering our questions. We want people asking questions. We want people posting their dinners. You know, we want people sharing all this stuff. Are you doing that? Or are you just checking in for your workout, checking in for your Shakeology, posting a sweaty selfie, and that's it? Are you not sharing your struggles? Are you not sharing what you do on weekends? We all know if we're not posting, it's because we probably don't want people to see it. So post it. Let people know that you're real and you have the same struggles. I just heard Melanie Mitro say in a training, like, you know, she posted how there was really like everything was against her to start Morning Meltdown 100 because she literally left that day for Italy with her family. And there was all the rosé, all the pizza, all the gelato, and she shared it with her group rather than having her group just think she was doing this insane, like not even living sort of thing on her vacation. And that's not going to get engagement from people. Like let people, it's kind of like when you post like something, like, let's say that it's kind of like when you, just using this as an example, if you post a picture of your lunch and it's like a salad, really like probably no engagement. Or some people might be like, if it looks like an amazing salad, some people might be like, ooh, what is the dressing? Or what did you put on that? Or whatever. But if it's like you out to dinner eating like tacos and margaritas, then you're probably going to have like way more interaction on that. People are going to be like, what? She can eat tacos and margaritas? Like, I'm down with that. So be the kind of challenger you want your challengers to be, and they will be more engaged. Give them calls to action at the ends of your posts. Don't just say, workout 2 out of 100, upbeat strength, up my weights, you know, was loving the time under tension. Don't just say what like Jericho is teaching you. Say like, what did you struggle with? Did you struggle? Like, I mean, so, like for instance, like last week I worked out this weekend I worked out in the garage at my dad's beach house. Totally disgusting, but I worked out in the garage. Hot as balls, but I worked out in the garage, and there was just no other place to work out at the time when we were all in the house. So I just did it. Like, I'm sharing those things, the surroundings that are going on, so people know like you can literally do these things and be successful with all of the circumstances. Okay, let me get a drink real quick. Another thing that I think is kind of like important is, sorry, I have a sore throat. My ears are starting to hurt. Do like themed weeks if that helps you with like content. So I hear from a lot of people like, I don't struggle with this really much anymore because I've grown so much through this process that like I don't really have a problem so much getting my feelings out anymore. It's just like taking the time to get my feelings out. But I hear from a lot of people like they don't know what to say. Well, that's why we have an amazing challenge group guides in the back office. That's why you can pull from other places that you see on Instagram or Facebook, other things that you follow, and share things. And that's why you can do like theme weeks and like structure a week. So, you know, let's say for 1 week, you're talking about Shakeout, like a different, like highlight every day, set it up for 5 days, highlight a different ingredient in Shakeout, highlight the myths that there is out there about Shakeout, maybe another week you're highlighting performance. Maybe another week you're highlighting nutrition and like To Be Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix, and how you've used both, and what works for you, and what recipes you liked, and how things were easy and stuff like that. I don't know, but theme your weeks. That helps me out when I have a theme for the week, because then I'm not sometimes sitting there like, what am I going to post? And what am I going to say? But really, it's not hard to run an effective challenge group. You just have to help people pretty much unbox and go through what their box is by having them open the nutrition guide, explain it to them, just like I did to you. Very simple. Explain what comes in their package. Explain to them how Beachbody On Demand works. Explain to them that they can go into their teambeachbody.com account and modify their orders. Explain to them that they can change flavors. Explain to them, the Beachbody blog and all the recipes. Very simple things, but like make your prep week like this, like giving all of this stuff to you, and then they can do with it what they wish, but house it in one place so you can just give it to people. And then you're not always reinventing the wheel. The other suggestion I was going to say was, and I learned this from another leader in our East Region group, they have an ongoing Facebook group that is just prep week. They shut down the wall so nobody else can post, but it's just the same like 7 posts with a graphic showing each thing. Like prep day 1, they talk about whatever, prep day 2, prep day 3. And every time they sign somebody up new, they pop them into this group that is linked to their email. They pop them in this group. They go through the prep week posts. They ask questions within those posts, and then they get added to the challenge group. So whatever works for you. So that's kind of it for running an effective challenge group. You also want to make sure you're doing like something like a follow-up day, where once a week you're, like Melanie Mature called it, follow-up Fridays. And I think Friday is actually a good time to do follow-ups with your challengers, because you're checking in with them before the weekend and getting them to like acknowledge what they've done well, what they want to work on before the weekend hits. So follow-up Friday, you're just sending a private message to each person, super quick. You want to check in with them personally, see what they've liked best about the week, what they've struggled with, what their wins were, and if they have any goals for the next week and how you can help them. You can copy and paste it and just click, 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 send it all the way through. But that's another way you can run an effective challenge group, by checking in weekly with your customers. Then towards the end of your challenge group is when you want to kind of be looking at who was really engaged, who was really, not just getting results and adhering to the program, but who was like a great cheerleader, a great challenger, who was like always commenting on other people's things and cheering people on, because they would make a great coach. And then you can go to them and be like, look, you were an amazing supportive person in our challenge group, and you basically did what I did for the group, but you didn't get paid. And I think you'd be amazing at it. Would you love to learn more information? And if they say yes, or whatever they say, then you want to send them to a third-party tool. So whether that's popping them in a sneak peek group, or sending them the 10-minute video that Brooke Lepoff did. It's on Vimeo. If you just Google Beachbody Coaching, Brooke Lepoff, and Vimeo, it'll come up. But you want to send them to some third-party tool and then follow up with them. And when you follow, you're going to send them the tool and you're going to say, I'm going to follow up with you on this tomorrow. Is that cool? You're going to give them the date that you're going to follow up with them on. Now, they can totally say, no, tomorrow's not going to work. Next week would be better after the weekend. And then you can say, great, I'll follow up with you on Monday. But that's how you have to run it. You can't just say, here's the link, let me know what you think. You gotta give them when you are going to be following up, and you've got to set that date, because otherwise life is just too crazy busy to not have a reminder in your phone that you need to follow up with this person or that they need to follow up with you. So you've got to be on top of that. Okay. And then that's kind of it. So let's see. That's kind of it. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody that's on here live? No? Good. Okay. So just a quick recap. Your circumstances do not dictate your future. So whatever it is right now that you feel is holding you back, or whatever you feel like right now is a struggle that you have to get through before you can do X, Y, and Z, your circumstances are, they're just circumstances. They are not what is going to dictate if you can be successful. You have to have the right thoughts, then you're going to have the right feelings, then you're going to do the right actions, which are going to give you the results. You are going to have to get uncomfortable, because obviously if we are not doing certain things, it's because we're comfortable in our spot. We're like getting a payoff from that. Like, not inviting, like we're doing it. So obviously there's a payoff there. Like, we're just comfortable. We feel good. We're in our little like bubble and we're good. But that's not going to help your business grow. That's not going to help you grow as a person. So you have to get good with the idea that in order to be successful in your business and just growing in your life, you're going to have to get okay with being uncomfortable every day in some fashion, because being uncomfortable is directly correlated with success. And then if you want a recap on running the effective challenge groups, I won't run through all that again. Just go back and rewatch the video. But I really hope that helps you keep momentum in your inviting to Morning Meltdown 100 right now. The other thing that I was going to say is, should have said this at the top, but what do we have coming down the pike? Vegan pumpkin spice. So that's coming out next month. And right now you should be setting a plan for that in motion, because I'm going to tell you what, when it comes to launch day, you're not going to have time to be seeing who's interested in it. You need to be seeing who's interested in it now, because it's sold out in 15 hours in the first day. It's that good. Stop. My cat is scratching my leg. So here's what did I do the other day. I don't love when all these people post, I'm going to be honest, I don't love when all these people are posting like 90 days till fall or whatever those things are, like 13 weeks till fall and Halloween. Like, I hate it. Just let me have the beach. But you could do like something in your IG stories, like, when you are sharing about your shake or something like that, you could do a poll like, anything. You could do, what kind of flavor do you prefer? Vanilla, or do you like pumpkin, or chocolate or pumpkin? You could do something like that. You could do, if you are a fall person, you could do you could do a couple graphics about fall, like the fun ones where people are like, move over like summer toys and it's already like back to school stuff and Halloween stuff out on the shelves. Who is a fan of fall? Yes or no? Anything like that. So you don't have to specifically say like pumpkin spice Shakeology or pumpkin this or that, but you can just kind of get people like thinking about fall. And then you can also think of one that I thought, oh God, my throat hurts so bad. One that I was thinking about the other day was, because since we just moved, we literally my husband has a problem with buying candles. Don't know why, but we have a whole cabinet that has candles in it. So if you have any like pumpkin or fall flavored candles, pull one out and like set it out and light it, and like, you can do a post about that. I don't know. I was just thinking about that the other day. You can also, for people who if you've tried pumpkin spice last year, or if you've had clients who did pumpkin spice last year, you can certainly do something like, whoa, major news, we're relaunching our pumpkin spice for the fall. And did you try it last year? Would you like to try it? And then you can keep a running list of names. I literally just, such a poor example because I have one person on the list so far, but I just pulled up my reminders in my phone and I made one tab that says pumpkin spice. And so I'm just putting people's names there. And that way I have a designated spot for them. So it's not getting lost in my notebook somewhere. But then, a week before pumpkin spice comes out, you can talk to all these people and find out if they want to try it. Give them the details, like how it comes. It comes differently than regular Shaco. It comes in like half the amount, like 14 packets or something. You girls were at Summit, and I don't. Yeah, so get the information from people, give them the information, and then that way on launch day, you can literally just send share carts to people because it's great. And then the same thing will happen later in the fall with peppermint. And that, so yeah, I want you to be thinking about, how to keep relaunching things as they go. Now with the Shakeology flavors, you're not going to really be able to keep doing that because it's just like kind of a one and done thing for the fall. But with our programs going forward, that should help. And I did put in our Team Be Fit Be Free page, the Google Doc with my prep guide. So, but it's correlated to Morning Meltdown 100, but that's fine. I have another one that is like a welcome guide to just a new challenger, and I will link that in our team page too, so you can look at that one and just use for an idea for yourself. So if it's not Morning Meltdown 100 based and it's just something else, then you always have that too. So welcome email to team. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. If you guys have anything that you specifically want to go over or talk about, I'm thinking that next week our team call will be a beast, like social media. We may have to break that up into like a couple calls, but I think we should do it. So if anybody has any questions or things they want like talked about or given advice on, always feel free to pop them in the team page and we will do that. But other than that, I will post this in the team page for the replay. Go back and listen to like how I said about the challenge group guide, and that's pretty much it. Just keep talking to people, keep understanding that you have a gift to share, and you never know who needs that gift. So I'll just leave you with one more thing. You never know who needs that gift. So today I did my inviting, and I messaged, I'm doing like a sheet of notebook paper every day, 24 people. And it was probably like 5 hours, and I went back into my IG and like not one person had responded back. And I was like, well, this is awesome. And then I checked again later, and then I was like, I had like a couple messages, and one of them was like, thank you so much for sending me this message, because you have no idea how much I really want to like change my health and, all of that kind of stuff. That was the gist of it. It was a thank you for like reaching out to them. And I feel like we hear like on the wake up calls or on training calls with like the bigger, people in the company, like they receive messages like that. And we're all just sitting here like, nobody's ever sending me stuff like that. But like it happened today to me, and it just felt so good. And I'm just going to go into this like every time that someone ghosts me or tells me no, or they have no desire to coach, or, it's not going to be based off my likes and the comments on my posts, because that doesn't even really matter anymore. I'm just going to remember that, you never know who might need my message in their inbox that day. And it was worth sending those 24 messages and getting the 3 people off the bat that said, I have no desire to coach, and to get to the one person who said, thank you for sending me this message today. And I mean, I don't know if she's going to like sign up with a challenge pack or whatever, but that was worth it to me. So we just have to remember that we have this gift. We never know who needs our invitation that day. And if we're genuinely inviting like people that we want to hang out with and people we want to like do this with, then it shouldn't feel bad. It should feel good. And so, yeah, just leave you with that. So, all right, let me see.